Virgin Money has revived plans to enter the small to medium-sized business banking market. Virgin Money expects costs to rise as it invests in its new digital bank. Virgin Money Holdings plc (LONVM) has warned that its share of the UK mortgage market would be at the lower end of its previous guidance range amid tough competition, sending its shares down more than 5%. The lender's estimate for its share of gross lending for fiscal year 2018 is between 3.0% and 3.5%. Read Virgin Money shares gain as it reports growth in third-quarter mortgage and credit card lending in a capital markets update. It also said it sees its net interest margin falling to between 1.65% and 1.7% due to lower rates on new mortgages. Operating costs are set to rise by about 10% in the first year of trading in its new digital bank, which requires investment to establish itself in the market. We would expect to gain momentum in the build of the digital bank customer base, with revenues growing over the next 2 years towards the point where the digital bank breaks even, the bank said. Within 5 years of launching the digital bank, Virgin Money said it could provide an increase in return on tangible equity of 3 percentage points. UBS analysts said, though VM is the cheapest bank in our coverage on implied cost of equity, we think this update will be taken negatively. Revenue momentum is weaker, cost guidance is higher, and concerns some had around Brexit-related loan losses has not gone away. We have a neutral rating. Virgin reboots plans to enter SME lending. Virgin Money also revived plans to enter the small to medium-sized business SME banking market. The group will target £5 billion in small business banking deposits within the next 5 years. It comes a year after shelving the plans due to an uncertain outlook for Britain's economy following the Brexit vote. Chief Executive Jane Angadia said in Thursday's statement that the UK economy has remained resilient, and the company has continued to grow responsibly in each of its core businesses and deliver on our financial targets. Looking forward, in order to capture a number of the highly attractive strategic opportunities in front of us, we have refreshed our strategic plan, taking into account expectations for the UK economy, the competitive landscape and exciting market opportunities, she said. Virgin Money said it would be applying to the Treasury for the Royal Bank of Scotland Group plc's LONRBS funding packing to support other banks who lend to SMEs. RBS, which is still more than 70% owned by taxpayer, agreed with the European Commission to set up the fund as an alternative to selling its Williams Glen branches under its bailout requirements. Register here to be notified of future VM company articles. View VM profile. View profile. No investment advice. The company is a publisher. You understand and agree that no content published on the site constitutes a recommendation that any particular security, portfolio of securities, transaction, or investment strategy is suitable or advisable for any specific person. You further understand that none of the information providers or their affiliates will advise you personally concerning the nature, potential, advisability, value or suitability of any particular security, portfolio of securities, transaction, investment strategy, or other matter. You understand that the site may contain opinions from time to time with regard to securities mentioned in other products, including company-related products, and that those opinions may be different from those obtained by using another product related to the company. You understand and agree that contributors may write about securities in which they or their firms have a position, and that they may trade such securities for their own account. In cases where the position is held at the time of publication and such position is known to the company, appropriate disclosure is made. However, you understand and agree that at the time of any transaction that you make, one or more contributors may have a position in the securities written about. You understand that price and other data is supplied by sources believed to be reliable, that the calculations herein are made using such data, and that neither such data nor such calculations are guaranteed by these sources, the company, the information providers or any other person or entity, and may not be complete or accurate. From time to time, reference may be made in our marketing materials to prior articles and opinions we have published. These references may be selective, may reference only a portion of an article or recommendation, and are likely not to be current. As markets change continuously, previously published information and data may not be current and should not be relied upon. Only registered members can add into list. Register or log in. View company profile. Virgin Money is a retail bank, operating across the UK at meaningful scale to provide effective competition to the large incumbent banks. Since Virgin Money completed its acquisition of Northern Rock plc on the 1st of January 2012, it has transformed and revitalized. Read more. Virgin Money is a retail bank, operating across the UK at meaningful scale to provide effective competition to the large incumbent banks. Since Virgin Money completed its acquisition of Northern Rock plc on the 1st of January 2012, it has transformed and revitalized the business and has created a platform for future growth. Hide text Virgin Money.